All right, looks like we're live. What's poppin', everyone? So I hope everything is going well for you all out there. I am basically rebuilding my NZXT H1. If you guys caught my last couple of streams, you saw me build the Loki Ghost S1, and I used some old parts for my NZXT H1. I was waiting for the cooler to come back and for the motherboard to come back. The motherboard is still getting warrantied and like repaired, so I decided, why wait? Let me just get a new motherboard, and I'll use that motherboard that I get back for another build. So there will be another potential live stream, maybe just a video about it. In any case, basically, today I'm going to be rebuilding into the NZXT H1. So I have that right here. And yeah, so here's the NZXT H1. It still has my GPU in it, the power supply, and that's basically it. But I did get the Ryzen 9 5900X, the ROG Strix Asus B550i gaming motherboard. Now, the reason why I went for this rather than the X570, I mean, honestly, I probably should have gone for the X570, but I did go for this one because it had the I/O for the USB-C. Probably like a poor decision, honestly, by my point, but like, in any case, I don't think we'll see much of a difference in performance. The X570 is essentially just a better set of chips. Then another new part that I got was the Trident Z RGB RAM. I got 32 gigs again, but this is, instead of 3600 megahertz, this is 3200 megahertz CL16. It has slightly better timings at the cost of less speed in terms of like processing speed, I guess. I don't know exactly. And then the last part that I have for this is the NZXT like spare parts. Basically, it's the cooler that I got back from their warranty, which I'll open up in just a second. Give me 1 second if you're watching. I'm just gonna send. Cool. I'm going to do. Why did I put my phone down there? I'm going to do like the POV thing again. Hopefully people actually like that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that again. So just use this setup, and essentially going to start off with rebuilding the motherboard, and then we'll get the cooler back in. We do have a new processor, the 5900X. Overclocking the 5900X or undervolting is actually a lot easier. I think there's like a new AMD like software update that they did that makes it really easy for you to do updates for or undervolts and overclocks for the 5900X. One thing may be that I need to update the BIOS on this before we actually get the PC working, but that's fine. I think it's okay if I leave the CPU in, but yeah, so that's all good. and then we have the RAM. So let me start off moving this to the side. And also, another cool part is we have the Jake Customs face, Jake's Face Customs, that order that I placed for the like custom face that will just magnetically click into the front here. So we'll take a look at that. And I might even set up the rear fans. So in the stream, just depending on how much time I have. So yeah, let's start off with doing that. Oh, thanks, Samantha. Thanks. Super cool. Oh, feel better, Samantha. Let me also take off my socks because I don't want to cause some static electricity. All right. Let me switch over to my webcam. Oh. Okay, so there is some noticeable... Wow, this looks really bad. There's some noticeable latency with whatever version of this GoPro webcam that I downloaded. I might honestly like switch it out halfway through the stream if it stays really bad. Like, this is just so much better quality. I'm just getting for something sharp real quick. Have this. Maybe if I switch back to wide, it'll be a bit better. Okay. Seems okay. But yeah, basically, I feel like I should switch back to linear. Sorry, guys. So let's see what else is in this box. Oh wow, there's a bunch of stuff with this. Some more zip ties, it's always nice. We have our IO shield, we will need that. This seems like just an extension cable for something. Our SATA cable, data cable, and our Wi-Fi. More SATA. USB-C to a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And again, RGB. This seems like addressable RGB to like a, maybe this is VDG to RGB. And then I'm not super sure what this is. Oh, this is must be for an NVMe drive. Which reminds me, I will need to grab one. So this is essentially all we need from here. No, it looks good? Okay. As long as you think it looks good, then I'm happy. So let's get our RAM and CPU in here. So why don't we start with our CPU? So again, Ryzen 9 5900X. Hopefully temps will be okay in an NZXT H1. If it ends up being super bad, I might switch it out. But I am actually worried. I might have to like do some serious undervolting for this PC build. Just a massive piece of plastic. Literally it. Oh, okay. So, Ryzen 9 5900X. Thing looks good. So this is the last series of AM4 chips with the pin grid array. So now they've switched to LAN grid array, which means that the pins are on the motherboard, not on the CPU, which honestly is a bit safer for users in general, because it's easier to break the pins on the CPU than it is to break the pins on the motherboard. Not saying it's impossible. It's definitely still possible to break pins on your motherboard. But I mean, they have shields on them. It's a bit easier to work with in general. Okay, let me turn this around, because leaking all my personal info right now. All right, so now we can put in the RAM. So again, this is a set of DDR4 3200 megahertz. And the reason I went for this is just the timings are a bit better. In general, AMD likes like higher megahertz, but I truly don't see a difference between 3200 and 3600 in terms of performance. It's like less than 5%, which in the like, it sounds like it could be a lot, but it's really not until you get like to higher numbers, and we're not at that point yet. These look really great too, and do not mix memory kits, whatever. So yeah, just saying enable XMP, which is important to do at all points. So in this motherboard, these don't pull down. There's one. There's two. Okay. So that's it for the RAM. So let's pack this up. Nice. And while we're at it, why don't we put this away? Cool. All right. So that's everything required for our motherboard. So that means pull this over to the side. Why don't we get this down here as well? And we can start opening up our NZXT H1 again. Overall, by the way, if we're talking about like cases, I have really been loving the Loki Ghost S1. I did notice that I think there might be something like set up weird about my SSD, where the fans are like, in general, the CPU just is working harder than on like a fresh install of Windows. I must have something running in the background, but I haven't taken the time to look into it, nor did I find anything super obvious. But in general, it's a bit frustrating because I should be getting better temps. Okay, so I need to take this off, but I have to first unscrew these, which means I need to go get a screwdriver. Be right back, guys. What's in the screwdriver? Oh no. Yeah, I was getting a screwdriver. Alrighty. Got my screwdriver. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello to whoever's watching. Yeah, so basically I need to remove these 2 thumb screws to be able to it's really bad, but I need to be able to basically squeeze my GPU in towards the case. I'll show you guys this in a second. Oh. Definitely do not lose the screws. So let me show you guys. What is it? Alright, there we go. But yeah, so if we're looking at this, I don't know if it's like too contrasty for you guys to be able to tell. I need to push the GPU in like that to be able to get this shield to go up past this GPU. I know it's bad. Honestly, this GPU in this case really shouldn't be a thing. I had to like remove the top shell, and then I had to like, not this shell, but like I'll show you guys. Let me start taking this off. So it's not too bad. Oh, sorry about that. So as you guys can see, here's the GPU. Here's the power supply already set up. And I had to remove this top part to be able to get this GPU to be able to like basically fit, because I had to pull this apart. It was pretty rough, honestly. I wouldn't really recommend using it, doing that. It works, no doubt, but like it's just not great. Next thing we're gonna do now is set up the motherboard, and to do that, I also want this. This is the USB-C connector for the front I/O that I can finally use. So I'll fix all this in just a second, but essentially I should be able to pull this back a lot. Cool. Now let's get this installed, but first we need to install this. Yeah, I know it's really contrasty. I'm not sure why. Okay, so this is gonna get installed like this, so just need to set it up so that meets up with this. This is another pro, in my opinion, of the X570 that I used. The Gigabyte Aorus X570 has a built-in IO shield that honestly, like, I don't know, these just never should have been a thing. Like these separate ones. I don't know what genius came up with that. A little bit of dust, but it's all good. And then here is the motherboard one last time. It's already set up for AM4, obviously, because it's an AM4 Mobo. Hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Plugging everything in. I mean, I can get this mother CPU set up already. Okay, but I need to screw it in, so let me find this, or probably in here. Actually, it could be in here. Set this up over here. I'm not sure which screws. Or which. Honestly, are these even for the NZXT H1? Can't remember. Maybe this is a lesson of not mixing in everything all together. Something else fell down there, but I will look for it later. Let me switch back to my Sony. Alright, let me find screws. Chances are they're in here. Chances are minimal. Can put this back. Well, I have a bunch of screws from the other build that I can just reuse here. All right, there we go. Finally got all the screws. Let's switch back. to the GoPro. Yo, Noe G, what's up? Thanks for hopping in. Things are a bit glitchy right now, by the way. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, but at least from what I'm seeing, the camera like glitches out a bit. You're gonna make some dinner? Sounds good, dude. Thanks for hopping on. But yeah, essentially, since you're listening, I'll just tell you. I'm rebuilding my NZXT H1. I got some new parts for it, so I got a new CPU. I got a new, well, kind of a new motherboard, but not really. It's like a similar motherboard, but slightly different. Oh, my brother just got home from New York. Dang, someone else just popped in the stream. What's up? What's up? Now, connecting these is definitely not going to be the easiest, but we'll have to do the USB 3.0 right here, USB-C. We have something else that goes there. First, let's just get in the rest of these screws. All right, there we go. I'm gonna move this as well. Okay, so that's all set up. Let's connect some of these cables. So I think this is the front panel. Need a little bit extra length for this. Use an assist from the screwdriver. So as much as like NZXT makes it easy to build a computer, it is still kind of like a weird process just because everything is super tight. It just kind of adds a little bit of it can get like frustrating, which I totally understand, like some frustration about it. I think the way I'm putting this in should be right. All PC cases kind of have their pain points, but this one is just not easy if you have like stubbier fingers, I guess, is what I'd say. And this one doesn't connect here. Okay. What the why did they put this up here? Looks so stupid. Ugh, whatever. Go. And then I'd like to get this tucked in. There we go. All right, now let's try coming back to this USB-C again. I think we just need to twist this a little bit. Hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I know it's like a bit difficult to kind of get the right angle. But basically I'm trying to get this dummy USB-C cable in. Dude, that should be in. Alright, there we go. Yay, I'll finally have USB-C. And now we have USB 3.0 for the USB-A port. Nice. Now, we didn't have to worry about these things on our last build because there's no I/O here. So those ports kind of went unused. Unfortunate, but also like something I kind of should have looked into a bit more before I got it. Cool. Okay, so that should be everything we need from the power supply. So I think now we just need to set up the radiator and the fans, and then we should be good to go. I will check the manual for this stuff, but I have all the I/O connected. We're good in that regards. Here are our RGB headers. We don't have any RGB for this build. The fans aren't RGB. The MF really building another PC. Yeah, I'm rebuilding my NZXT H1. This one is actually for like a home PC. So this one's gonna go in the living room. It'll be used for VR, and that's also partly why I went for an all black build like this. I just wanted it to be like really clean, but something that would like tuck away. And then this is gonna be my actual PC. Gonna go back here. Yeah. So, wow, the quality of this camera is like so much better than this. I think it's the software, but I'll fix it for like if I do one of these again. Yeah. My parents' laptop also broke. So that's like I'm gonna get them a wireless. This is gonna be like another experiment. I'm gonna get them a wireless HDMI. So transmitter, so they'll be able to connect to this from like anywhere in our small ass apartment. Yeah. So this is a part that I got back from warranty. This is why I took apart my NZXT H1. The cooler broke and I needed to get it fixed. It seems like so it was a little bit weird. When I sent in my radiator to get fixed. Let me just take this. Oh, they even pre-applied thermal paste again, but if I know anything from last time, that thermal paste was terrible. It looked so... It could be like a home server in each... Oh, that would be sick. That would be really cool. Like, yeah, and because like we could all put the wireless receiver, HDMI receiver, and then like people could all use it. That's a good idea, dude. I should set that up. Dang, video content. Um, so if I learned anything from using this thermal paste last time, it's really bad. That's like the best way to put it. Um, okay. That looks like the arc reactor. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know why I smelled that, but yeah, this does not spread whatsoever. It's just this circle. Does not give you like the full CPU coverage for connecting to this copper plate. It was, and when I pulled it off my CPU, I have a picture somewhere, and it just looked like glue, like it, but like really dried up old glue, and it could just easily peel off. So I'm gonna apply my own thermal paste. This is actually gonna be my first time doing it, so might go poorly, might go amazingly. I need to get rubbing alcohol and a piece of like tissue paper or something just to wipe it up. And then I need to remember how to set it up. I think we use these, but I truly do not remember. This is bad. I might need to look this up. But yeah, okay, so let me get the oh, let me get the rubbing alcohol. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the um rubbing alcohol. I'll switch over and show you guys this cleanup job. I don't know why that doesn't work. It's like it changes. It's weird. Anyways, here is the thermal paste. As you can see, it doesn't really match the shape of the CPU. And oh yeah, by the way, not Olaf. I upgraded to the 5900X. We're gonna see how this performs. I mean, this is definitely gonna need undervolting. I yeah, it's probably not gonna go that great with this sort of cooling. So here I'm cleaning this up. There we go. You know, I trust the thermal paste on EK cooler that's in here. Ooh, actually this got pretty quiet. Anyways, but this one I just do not trust. So that's all cleaned up. The rubbing alcohol cleaned it up really nicely. And I have my thermal paste, but I think I need to look up how to set up this Where's my phone? I need to look up how to set this up because I don't really remember. That looks like the arc react. Yeah. Oh, I read that one. Yeah, let me just... Actually, I'll just look it up here. Oh god. Let's see if they include like the manual. And download this manual, please. Manual, please. Please. All right. Dude. I think they didn't send me the... Dude, they didn't send me the AMD plate. Oh my gosh. They didn't send me the retention bracket for AMD. Bruh. I have so this retention bracket. This one's for Intel. I sent them the one when I sent it back to them, I left the AMD retention, this bracket for the AMD on it. What the fuck? I wonder if this would work. No, this is too wide. Oh. You have a spare? Yo, I'm on my way. This is so dumb. Bruh, why did I leave it on there? I should have just taken it off. Wow. Well. That's yeah, it also like I don't know if it would be able to fit on this. I don't know if it varies in sizes. Man, that sucks. In the least, I'll be able to finish setting up like the rest of the stuff, but now I have to reach back out to NZXT for that part. Like this is no wonder I was kind of confused because like it should have. I don't know. That sucks. Damn. That's so dumb. Well, I guess might as well set up the rest of this, but we will not be able to finish this build today. So for this, these tubes go to the bottom and it basically goes like this. And then, what is it like? Is it like this? Sorry about that. Sorry about that noise. Wow. That freaking sucks, man. Got cheated out. Need to reach back out to them. I'm trying to increase the brightness a bit. Now it just looks more washed out. Whatever. So no, I don't know if his would even fit actually, because some of the AIOs have different like sizes. Also he doesn't know if he actually has one, so it's all good. If anything, I can just use this PC to play with tomorrow when the game comes out. I already have it installed. And then essentially I just have I just move over my SSD whenever I finish this build. Warzone 2 comes out tomorrow. Yeah, Warzone 2. They're releasing a new version. Sorry about that. You can actually pre-download it. Funny enough. So if you wanted, you can pre-download it right now. I uninstalled Warzone, like the original. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I do not mean to keep knocking that. Oh, I need these screws. Okay, so now I'm just gonna set up. Yeah, now I'm just gonna set up the radiator. Why don't I switch back over? Oh, it doesn't sound bad? Okay. I'll keep doing it then. I'll keep clanging it. No, I'm just kidding. Lorenzo Salazar, what's up? right. So that should be enough to set this up for being screwed in right here. We'll just do that right there. So let me just hold this back off again. And make sure I grab the right screws. So right now I am rebuilding my NZXT H1. I got a new processor, motherboard, and some RAM. After I did a build in this Loki Ghost S1, I moved some of the parts from here into here. Now I'm rebuilding this one, but unfortunately, NZXT did not send me back my AMD plate that I had sent them. So I unfortunately will not be able to finish this build today, which is pretty lame. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just rebuilding this PC. I was rebuilding in hopes I'd be able to use it for Warzone 2 coming out tomorrow, but seems unlikely now. That sucks, but lucky you get a PC. Yeah, that's true. So in both of these PCs, I have a RTX 3080 Ti. It's down here. Not sure if that's really visible, but I can show you guys once I get everything set back up. So now the radiator is all good. This is one screw for closing this all up. I'm missing one more screw. It seems to have fallen somewhere, but okay, there we go. That's everything. So yeah, regards to this will just have to wait. That's fine. And for now, I do need to check. It seems like they've labeled this a bit. CPU fan, AIO pump, and VRM HS fan. So from what I'm understanding, CPU fan would go here, and then our AIO pump here. A little bit weird, but okay. And the last thing I totally forgot to set up was my SSD, but because I can't even turn on this PC, I'm not going to do that for now. Anyways, the SSD I want to use is in this PC. So for now, I'm just going to leave this as it is, and yeah, that's unfortunate. I can show you guys a bit of the upcoming videos I'm going to be releasing though. So I can at least do that. So there we go. Make sure that's all tucked in. Nope, this is the NZXT H1. So this is a small form factor PC technically. I think it's about 10 liters in volume, in build volume, but as you can see, it's like kind of, if we were to lay this one side by side, it'd be wider and longer, but it wouldn't be as tall. I don't know if build volume is the same across the two, but in either case, like, I'm so sorry about that sound, guys. In either case, like, this NZXT H1 is a bit more restrictive than I would say the Low-Key Ghost S1 in terms of like additions. Like, I can add a radiator to this one, but I can't add one to this. I do need to adjust this radiator a bit. Like, I can add like a 240 millimeter radiator to the Low-Key Ghost S1. Can't do that for the NZXT H1. So honestly, like, I would go for a different PC case, but this also like has great offering. I should do a budget PC build. Yeah, I mean, right now is actually a great time for budget PC builds. You can get a 3600X plus there we go. You can get a 3600X plus a motherboard for like $120, and then you can get GPUs like a 2080 Super for around 200, and what else do you need? RAM you can get for $50. You can get 16 gigs. You honestly don't really need more than 16 right now, depending on the game. There are some really RAM intensive games. And then I'm gonna actually close this up for now so I can show you guys other parts that I'm going to be adding to this case, and then I'll probably end the stream after that. But it is pretty cool stuff, so I would recommend sticking around, even though probably end in like 30 minutes or less. Did I use the wrong screw? Yeah, so, and then power supplies, not super sure. I think you'd have to, if you're going budget, then you'd need to go like MATX, because parts are just a little bit more common, which means it's a little bit more cheaper. So in MATX, like, you could go for a gold with that sort of build, you know, 650 watt power supply, and what else would you need? Like a couple fans, which can be really cheap. Even good ones can be really cheap. And yeah, so overall, I mean, yeah, definitely could do like a... Yeah, that's awesome. Having a PC is really great. So here is one addition I will be doing. This is my new front panel that I got from Jake's Face Customs. I'm going to be releasing a video about this one pretty soon. I already recorded it, but because my computer died, I wasn't able to record, like, do temperature and benchmarking. You'll notice that one of the magnets fell out. Not really sure why nor where it is, unfortunately. I will try to replace it, but it doesn't really affect it too much. But it is something to note, just like in general, like in terms of build quality. So this will be going on to the front. Over here is my RTX 3080 Ti from EVGA. It's the FTW3. A bit oversized for this case. Definitely wouldn't recommend putting it in this case, because you have to remove a couple parts and then put it back together, like this top part and then this pillar here. To the back here, oh, I never fully connected my motherboard. That's embarrassing. I will need to redo this when I open that up. But as you can see, things get a little bit tight in here. It's not really visible. Sorry, I don't know why the contrast is just so high on this. I'll fix that for the stream. I'll probably try and like fix this as soon as I get the new part. If you do want to watch like me streaming Warzone, you can do that over on @Rashbalash Gaming. Here, I'll type it in here. Yeah, this is pretty reminiscent of the Xbox. Like the new Xbox that came out like a year or two ago. Yeah, so on the back, why did I flip this back over? On the back, I will be adding, let me grab, give me 1 second, guys. Let me switch back over. So on the back, if I can get it, I'm going to be adding this back panel. Dang it. Aw, thanks for subbing, Noe. Yeah, I'll be streaming Warzone 2 there. I can get this out. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But basically, this goes on to the end. And you can add two either 140 millimeter fans that are 15 millimeters long. Thank you, Lorenzo. Or you can add two 120 millimeter fans that are 15 millimeters tall. Or with this one, which you can see is a bit thicker, you can add two 140 millimeter 140 by 25 millimeter fans, or two 120 by 25. I don't really know how many 120 by 25 millimeter fans there are, but actually no, I have some in this case. But I have four Noctua fans, two 140 and two 120, that I'm going to set up in this case. I'm going to be making videos for that as well, as I promised a long time ago, but just haven't been able to do. So I printed out. These are 3D printed. I'm going to after I do this, if I find that like it provides like a really good like temperature decrease for the case, then I'm going to try and print a lot of these so that people can actually use this in their own case, and just basically sell it for the same price that it costs to print and the electricity. So I'll try and like once I finish up the designs, I'm gonna design one that goes on the front, one on the back. This is just like someone else's right now, but I'm gonna make my own because I can't sell someone else's. So once I like design my own, there's a couple of things that I kind of want to improve on this sort of design that I think can be improved. And yeah, just like the connections here, they're just so poor, poorly designed. It's like the sizing is just so inconsistent. In any case, I'm going to add these as well, and that'll be included in the stream. So that will be once I get the AM4 plate or retention bracket. Fortunate that I did not get it this time around. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm probably gonna leave this. I'm gonna put like the shells back on. And too much stuff in this box. So I'm going to leave this as it is essentially, but I'm going to put this shell back on. But yeah, so once I get those parts, I'll set up the stream and schedule it, and you guys can basically see me finish setting it up. I'm going to benchmark it, and then I might do some undervolting and just do some research beforehand, and then do some undervolting so that we can improve the temperatures, and then we'll add in the fans as well. And then I'm going to make official videos that talk about all of those as well. In the meantime, unfortunately, I will not be able to finish this build because I don't have that retention bracket. So I guess this is it. If you want to see a Warzone 2.0 stream tomorrow, feel free to go sub to Rash Balash Gaming. I sent it in the chat, and that will happen tomorrow. Yeah, it does suck. So I have to reach out to NZXT. The reason why I had to rebuild this PC was because the cooler broke. I sent it back to NZXT, and they didn't send it back with the AMD bracket. They sent it with the Intel. So I'll have to reach back out to them. Hopefully they'll get that sent back out to me pretty quick. I'll try to put some urgency into the message, and yeah, say my livelihood depends on it. In any case, thank you guys. So many of you came out to watch this, so thank you so much. And I'm sorry that we didn't get to finish this, but you know, probably next week we'll be able to. Probably mid next week. I think that's when I'll probably end up getting the bracket by, or maybe I'll just look online. Maybe I can buy one. In any case, that's about it. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask them in like the next minute or two, but otherwise I'll probably just end the stream for now. Yeah, have a good day, Lorenzo. Thank you, Noe. Yeah, see you for Warzone 2. Get it downloaded. Oof, I just dropped the glass plate. Yep, there we go. Here's what it looks like with this on. You're downloading that in Minecraft right now? Nice, nice. And and then we can put the backplate. All right. Wow, look at that, guys. It's like we built it. Nice. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I will have an updated stream for next week, and also see you all tomorrow for the Warzone 2.0 stream. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, day, wherever you are. And oh, so many people joined. But unfortunately, I won't be able to finish this just yet due to missing parts from NZXT. So I'll see you guys pretty soon. And thank you all for watching. Peace.